Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a video talking to you about a type of ammunition that's a factory load for MAGTECH for the 300 Blackout. A lot of the forums that I follow, whether it be on Facebook or other places on the internet, I see a lot of people asking about this stuff because it's one of the cheapest factory loads you can find for 300 Blackout. I see a lot of anecdotal stories about how it's supposed to be really good stuff. However, I wanted to test it out. I wanted to make a video that I could reference people to if they ever have questions about it. So what we're going to be shooting today is their 123 grain full metal jacket. Now, we've already been shooting it a little bit so far today. So far, things seem to be pretty good. We're letting the barrel cool down before we start shooting for accuracy here, so we're going to definitely be doing that. Some of the things that we wanted to test out today are obviously going to be the reliability of it. Is it going to feed out of a bunch of different magazines? We have Magpul mags, Lancer mags, and regular steel or aluminum D&H mags. We want to make sure that it feeds through all of those, none of which are optimized 300 Blackout mags. They're all 5.56 mags. We're going to test, obviously, the accuracy. We're going to test the consistency with that. I also want to see how it suppresses. Obviously, being supersonic, it's not an ideal suppressed round, but I just want to see, just for grins and giggles, how it does. We will be shooting some subsonic ammo in a later video today, but for right now, this is what we're going to shoot. Also, in a future video, I will be testing out the velocity of it and a little bit better accuracy testing. I have a scope that's being provided by Vortex that I'm going to be throwing on to test out a bunch of different 300 Blackout ammo. So look out for that video in the future. I have my friend Christian here with me to help me burn through a lot of this ammo. We got a lot to go through, so we can get you some good data. And then once we're all done, we'll go ahead and reconvene like this and we'll share our opinions. Okay, so the video I'm going to do right now is going to serve double duty between both my MAGTECH ammo video and my subsonic S&B ammo video. What I've done is I've staggered rounds between supers and subs in this magazine. I have a Silencer Co. Spec War on the front of this 300 Blackout SBR right now. Never when you're watching a video with a suppressor do you get a true feel of the sound quality coming through. However, you should be able to get a pretty good difference between the supers and the subs, and this will also give you an opportunity to kind of hear a little bit of how the supers suppress. So let's see if this one works better. Okay, so super and sub. Now we'll do a couple back to back to back. So on our end, a pretty significant difference in the sound level. But I would still say it's just borderline hearing safe using the supers with this as well. But definitely made for subs. All right, so now at this point, we've shot through pretty much all of the supersonic MAGTECH ammo that we got, over 200 rounds. Did we have any malfunctions in those 200 rounds?
No.
No?
Not one.
Not a single one. I also can say that I had no feeding issues across any of the magazines we used, which again, we used a Gen 3P mag, we used a D&H aluminum mag, a Lancer mag, and even one of the older Gen 20 round mags that's down, that fed just fine. One thing I want to note about the ammo that MAGTECH is using is they're making all the components in-house, which is one of the reasons why they're able to drive that cost down so much. I've seen, I think at one of my local retailers, you can get a 50 round box for around 30 bucks. If you look online, I've seen them as low as 25 bucks a box. So 50 cents a round for 300 blackout is excellent, unless you're doing, you know, your own reloading. Then you can get it down a little bit cheaper. But to me, that's the cheapest I've ever found as far as factory, new, stamped 300 blackout brass. One other thing that I really like about the MAGTECH ammo is they seal the primer pocket and they seal the bullet into the neck of the cartridge. So if you're looking for something to stockpile that's not going to be affected by wet weather or anything like that, humidity, MAGTECH is a really good option if you're looking for that subsonic ammo. I'll roll in the pictures of the targets we shot at 50 and 100 yards. Honestly, I know that we can probably do better, and like I said, I'll be revisiting this in the future once I get that scope from Vortex. And really pinning this thing down with a nice cool barrel, because we got this thing really hot. We've got 500 rounds today. So once I get that video up, I'll link it below so you guys can check out what kind of accuracy we're able to get. And then one of the other things I wanted to mention about MAGTECH is I talked to them a lot about kind of their concept behind it. When I heard it was 123 grain, my mind automatically went to 7.62 by 39. And I asked them, well, did you just resize AK bullets and make it work? And no, they actually did a lot of research and development into designing bullets specifically for 300 blackout. Up to now, a lot of companies are taking bullets that were designed for another cartridge and just forcing that into the 300 blackout to make success. What MAGTECH is doing, and CBC as a whole, all of their companies, they're specially designing it. The guy I've been talking to actually is passionate about 300 blackout. He shoots 300 blackout a lot. He loves it. And so he made sure that the ammo that they were producing was as optimized for the platform as possible. And I can say that I was impressed by it. But you shot Absolutely. A bunch of it today. What were your thoughts on the ammo?
I thought theirs actually ran pretty well. We didn't have any feed issues. We didn't have any ejection issues. It was accurate out to a point, and we weren't using the best optics for the distances we were shooting. Yeah. We have a little haze on the field today because of the changes in the weather, so it was a little bit difficult to get that good 0 point. But even with those complications, we were able to get some really good, solid, tight groups. I overall am impressed with the ammo.
Yeah, and I can say too, it was fairly clean considering how much of it we shot. It's hard to say now because we shot a lot of subsonic ammo, which is generally going to be pretty dirty.
Yeah, this is now
yeah, it's now pretty filthy. Again, we shot a lot of subsonic or suppressed stuff, so it's pretty dirty now. But beforehand, it was fairly clean, which was good. And again, you know, the accuracy, like he was saying, we were limited by the optic and kind of the conditions today. But overall, for a training round or for a plinking round, it is more than accurate enough. I've definitely seen a lot worse out there. Again, once we get the good scope on it, we'll be able to tell a little bit more about its actual potential accuracy. So again, stay tuned for that one. If you're interested in seeing more tests like this, definitely subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing a lot of 300 blackout shooting in the near future, and hopefully for the far future as well, because I'm really falling in love with the cartridge itself. But again, I would say personally that MAGTECH ammo is good to go. Again, it's super affordable, and it functioned very, very well. Yeah, I got nothing else to say on it other than that, but it has my seal of approval, at least as of now. Obviously, if things change in the future, I'll make an update, but I'd say right now, I'm really happy with it. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and throw those in the comment section below. As always, I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can, but I hope you're able to get something out of this video, and I really appreciate you watching.